Alright class, in this session we are going to continue with the exercise chapter 15 and now we are starting exercise 15.2. Now what is the difference between exercise 15.1 and 15.2? In 15.1 we had discussed the question like y equals to x square and then we derivated, right? In 15.2 we are going to discuss some of the question in which we have whole power like x square plus 2 and then whole power 4. Now there are two type of questions. When you talk about y equals to x square, so the derivative of this question is quite simple, that first you need to write down the power, then subtract 1 from the power and then the function which has power. Now if you apply the rule here, so it will be dy by dx is equals to, first you need to write down the power, so the power is 4 and then you need to subtract 1 from the power, so 4 minus 1 leads to 3. And now the third step, now you need to find out the derivative of the function which has power. So the function that has power is x square plus 2. That means now you need to find out the derivative of the function as well. So first we derivate the powers, it's 4x square plus 2 whole power cube. In this portion we just derivate the power and now we need to derivate the function. So dy dx of x square leads to 2x, so it will be equals to 8x into x square plus 2 power cube. So that is the final answer and that is the difference between exercise 15.1 and 15.2. In 15.2 we need to derivate the function as well. Now there is one, both of the methods are there. Either you can do this one or we say that y equals to x square plus 2 whole power 4, right? The second method is we can do with the help of substitution, and that method is what? Whatever the expression written in your brackets, you need to replace it by u. So I will say that u equals to x square plus 2, that is my expression, right? Now it will be equals to y equals to u to the power 4. All right, if you derivate it, so dy by dx is equals to 4u cube, right? That is your expression. You need to just derivate the power and du by dx. All right, now if I place the value of u here, so it will be 4. U is what? U is x square plus 2 whole cube and du by dx it will be 2x. If you multiply it, it will be 8x times x square plus 2 whole cube. So for both of the cases you are getting the same answer. So you can opt any one of the method which you like or which you think is easy. What I suggest, I always suggest this one, because there is no no use of supposition and we can do directly. So that is an example and how you are going to apply those concepts on your book question. So let's take a look here. Question number 1, part A. Question says x plus 2 power 5 is equals to y, and we need to find basically dy by dx. So when I derivated dy by dx, we know the rules very well. First you need to write down the power, after that subtract 1 from the power 4, and then we need to find out the derivative of the function that has power, right? So the function that has power is x plus 2, so it will be 5x plus 2 power 4 and dy dx of x is 1, so that will be your answer. All right, so before proceeding further, you need to write down the lecture, the example on the right side and question number 1 in your copy, and for that part you have a time of 2 minutes. So start. Alright, question number 1 part A I had done it, and 1 part B you need to do it by as your homework. Let's begin with part C. Question is 1 upon 4 x plus 2 power 5. Alright, the first thing is you need to derivate the power, or if I write it in this form, y equals to, right? So when I say dy by dx, so the steps are same. First, write down the power, subtract 1 from the power, so 5 minus 1 leads to 4, and inside the bracket that will be same 1 upon 4x plus 2. But now we need to find out the derivative of this function, right? And the derivative of this function is 1 upon 4. 2 is a constant, that will be 0. Now the final answer, it will be 5 divided by 4, 1 divided by 4x plus 2 to the power 4. That is your final answer. Alright, don't you worry if you are not getting it, or if there is something still creates trouble. So not to worry about, because that is just the beginning. We are going to solve plenty of questions, so then you will get a better understanding that how we solve such type of question. But what you need to do, you need to at least give it a try. Whether it is right or wrong, it doesn't matter, but you need to give it a try first. So for D part, it's 1 minus 4x to the power 10 equals to y. So you need to give it a try by yourself, and time for this part is 1 minute. Give it a try and then I will explain, so start. Alright, you have a question y equals to 1 minus 4x to the power 10. We need to find the derivative of it. So dy by dx, the rules are same. First we need to write down the power, that is 10. After that you need to subtract from the power, so it's 9. And now we need to find out the derivative of the function. So what is the function we have? We have function 1 minus 4x. The derivative of 1, it will be 0 because it is a constant. The derivative of minus 4x is minus 4. Alright, first power, then subtract 1 from the power, and then the function which has power, you need to derivate it. So the final answer, it will be minus 40. 1 minus 4x to the power 9, that is your final answer. Alright, moving on to the next one, it's part E. Question is 2 minus 3x square power 4. Again you need to give it a try, and time for this part is 40 seconds. At least plus, you need to give it a try, beta. Just give it a try, whether it is right or wrong doesn't matter. At least give it a try, so start. Alright, so y is equals to 2 minus 3x square power 4. Now I'm going to start the derivation. Dy by dx is equals to first power, subtract 1 from the power, so it will be 3, and then the function which has power, and which we have the function, it's 2 minus 3x square. So the derivative of 2 is 0, and the derivative of minus 3x square, it's minus 6x. Alright, so now the final answer 6 4 are 24, so minus 24x times 2 minus 3x square with the power 3, that is your final answer. Alright, I hope that now you have a little bit idea how you solve the question which have powers on it, and you must be clear that what is the difference, what when we attempted the question of 15.1 and now we are attempting 15.2, so you need to highlight the difference between these two type of questions. So moving on to the next question on the same exercise 15.2, and it's question number 2. All right. It says differentiate the following with respect to x. The first one is y is equals to, first part, y is equals to 3 divided by 3 minus 4x power cube. Whenever you have such type of question in which the variable is in the denominator, right? We have a variable in the denominator, so we can shift it in the numerator. So it's 3 bracket 3 minus 4x. Now here you have power plus 3, but when you shift it in the numerator, that will be minus 3. Alright, now your equation is ready to derivate. So I will apply dy by dx is equals to 3 outside the bracket. Now I am going to derivate the function. So first you need to write down the power, that is minus 3. Subtract 1 from the power, so minus 3 minus 1 leads to minus 4. And now we need to find out the derivative of the function. The function is what? Which has power on it. So the derivative of 3 is 0, and the derivative of minus 4x is minus 4. Alright, and now the derivative will be 3 inside the bracket is minus minus plus, 3 4s are 12, 3 minus 4x power minus 4, and you can say that 12 3s are 36. Since the power is negative, we are going to shift it in the denominator, 3 minus 4x with the power 4. That is your answer of dy by dx. I hope that all of you had a good or better understanding. So first you need to write down the solution in your copy, and you have a time of 40 seconds to write down in your copy. And after that, once you write down the solution in your copy, you need to give it a try for part B, and it says that 4 divided by 2x plus 7. Alright, so you have a time of 1 minute for part B, and you have a time of 40 seconds to note down part A. So first complete these two things, and then I will tell you the answer of part B. So start. All right. For part B, y equals to 4. If we shift 2x plus 1 in the numerator, so that will be minus 1, right? 2x plus 1 is just one expression. After that, we can start the differentiation. So first we need to write down the power. 4 is as it is outside the bracket. First we need to write down the power 2x plus 7 minus 1 leads to minus 2, and then the derivative of the function. So the derivative of this function is 2. And now we can solve it easily. The 4 2s are 8. It's minus 8 divided by 2x plus 7 whole power 2. That is your dy by dx answer. Alright. Moving on to the next part, part C. And part C, you need to attempt it by yourself as your homework question. So I will start with part D. And part D is y is equals to 2 divided by 6x square plus 5. First, you need to give it a try by yourself. Time for this part is 2 minutes. Take your time. Make sure that you are following all the steps. So start. All right. All right. So now it will be first step is y is equals to 2 6x square plus 5 with the power of minus 1. I will shift the denominator and the numerator. After that, I need to start the differentiation. So dy by dx is equals to 2 inside the bracket. First, you need to write down the power, then subtract 1 from the power. So that is minus 2. And then the function which has power, this one. So the derivative of 6x square is 12x, and derivative of 5 is 0 because that is a constant. Alright, now you can solve it. So 2 into 12 is 24, x with a negative sign divided by 6x square plus 5 and whole square. That is your answer. Alright, so moving on towards the next question, it's question number 3. So that is your question number 3. It has 6 parts. The concept is pretty much same that we had discussed in question number 2, but we need to see how we are going to apply that concept in question number 3. So let's start with the first part. It's y is equals to under root 2x minus 3. All right. So the first thing, I will write a root in terms of index power. So that means y is equals to 2x minus 3 and whole power 1 divided by 2. Alright, now we need to start the differentiation. We know the steps very well. Number one, we need to write down the power. So if I apply the step here, so dy by dx is equals to, power is 1 divided by 2. That is my first step, right? For next step, you need to subtract 1 from power. So I'm saying that power minus 1. So for next step, it's 2x minus 3 and 1 upon 2 minus 1. That is my second step, right? And for third step is we need to derivate the function which has power on it. So now you need to derivate the function which has power on it. And the function that has power on it is 2x minus 3. So that is a very detailed working that I am shown here for your better understanding. Alright, now it will be 1 upon 2, 2x minus 3, 1 upon 2 minus 1 leads to minus 1 upon 2. D by dx of 2x leads to 2 and d by dx of constant is 0. So leftover part is only 2. Now this 2 and this 2 cancels. The leftover part you have is 2x minus 3 power minus 1 upon 2 equals to dy by dx. In order to write in positive form, so dy by dx is equals to 1 divided by 2x minus 3 power 1 divided by 2. That is your answer. Alright, so you have a time of 1 minute to note down the solution in your lecture copy, and then we will start with part B. So start. Alright, for part B, question is y is equals to under root 6 minus 2x. You need to give it a try by yourself, and time to complete this question is 2 minutes. Take your time to start your working, and then I will tell you the answer. So start. Alright, the first thing you need to write down in index power. So it will be y is equals to 6 minus 2x with the power of 1 divided by 2. That is the first step. After that, we need to start the differentiation. So dy by dx is equals to, first you need to write down the power, that is 1 upon 2. Subtract 1 from the power, 6 minus 2x, 1 upon 2 minus 1, and then derivate the function which has power. So what is the function we have? We have 6 minus 2x which has power on it. So the derivative of 6 minus 2x is only minus 2, right? So 2 and 2 cancels. The leftover part is what? In the numerator we have minus 1 there, and 6 minus 2x with the power of 1 upon 2 minus 1 is minus 1 upon 2. We can say that the answer will be in the form of minus 1 divided by 6 minus 2x power 1 divided by 2. Alright, for part C, that is your homework question, right? And similar to part C, we are going to start part B here. They both are very similar. So y is equals to under root 5 minus 3x square. Alright, so first give it a try by yourself. Time is 90 seconds, and then I will explain. So start. Alright, so first thing, again we need to write in the index form. So y is equals to 5 minus 3x square with the power of 1 divided by 2. Now we are going to start the differentiation. So dy by dx is equals to, first you need to write down the power. So power is 1 divided by 2. Expression is as it is, 5 minus 3x square. Then subtract 1 from the power. So 1 upon 2 minus 1 leads to minus 1 upon 2. And then derivative of the function. So the function we have here is 5 minus 3x square. What is the derivative? So to understand it better, I will solve roughly here that d by dA, that is a rough part, right? D by dx of 5 minus 3x square. So if we apply d by dx with both, so d by dx of 5 minus 3, d by dx of x square. D by dx of 5, 0, that is a constant, minus 3, d by dx of x square leads to 2x. So that means the answer is minus 6x. Alright, so the derivative of the function 5 minus 3x square is minus 6x. Now the final answer is 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. It's minus 3x and 5 minus 3x square with the power of minus 1 upon 2 minus 3x divided by 5 minus 3x square with the power of 1 upon 2, or you can say that minus 3x divided by under root of 5 minus 3x square. That is your final answer. Moving on towards the next part, E and F. So I copied these two parts. Alright, so let's start with part E. The question is y equals to x square minus x plus 1 with the root sign. Like always, we need to remove that root, so it will be y equals to x square minus x plus 1 with the power of 1 upon 2. We had converted radical form into index form. Now we can start the differentiation. So dy by dx. First you need to write down the power. X square plus, sorry, not plus, it's minus x plus 1. Then we need to subtract 1 from the power, and then the function which has power, you need to find out the derivative of this function. So the derivative of x square is 2x. The derivative of minus x is minus 1. Alright, now we need to simplify it further. So it's 2x minus 1 divided by 2, and if you solve the power, it's x square minus x plus 1 with the power of minus 1 upon 2. Alright, now the last one, it will be 2x minus 1 divided by 2. This 1 upon 2 shift downward, it will be positive 1 upon 2, and 1 upon 2 means root sign. So I can say that 2 under root of x square minus x plus 1, that is equals to dy by dx, and it's your final answer. Alright, I hope now it is clear. Starting with the last part, part F. Y equals to x square plus 2x plus 2. Again same method, y equals to x square plus 2x plus 2 with the power of 1 upon, right? Now we can start the differentiation. Dy by dx is equals to, first we need to write down the power, 1 upon 2 x square plus 2x plus 2, subtract 1 from the power, so it's minus 1 upon 2, and then the function that has power on it, we need to derive it. So the derivative of x square is 2x, and the derivative of 2x is basically 2. You can take 2 common here, so if I take 2 common, it will be simple x plus 1, and the leftover part, that is same, 1 upon 2 x square plus 2x plus 2 with the power of minus 1 upon 2. This 2 and this 2 cancels each other, so what is left behind is x plus 1 divided by x square plus 2x plus 2 to the power of 1 upon 2, or you can say under root on 8. So that is your final answer. All right. So you can write down the solution in your copy, and I think that is quite enough for today class. I hope that in this class you have a better understanding that how we differentiate the function which has power on it. All right. In the next class we are going to continue with the same topic. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.